Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to add my Discord bot to the Discord server. It's a bot that sort of acts like ChatGPT when you mention it. It's a little bit lower model, but it will work. And you can use different models. You name the model, it will work. With Ollama, I've labeled the ones that I've tested with. I used the Lang chain model, the Lang chain framework for a little bit of it, just for the LLM portion. I created my own agent class because the LLM would not work with tools for this, and it took me a while to get that prompt to work properly. The prompts have to be properly to do the thinking and the insight and the action commands. So let me continue on with what do we do. The first thing you want to do is go to developer. You go to developer, home, click on get started, click on new application. You create your application, you get a screen like this. You then want to click on bot. Actually, you want to click on installation. You want to add these commands here on guild install, applications, bot, add reactions, regular message history, these messages here. You then want to go to bot, and you want to click on reset token. You want to copy that reset token, that token you get, and put it in the environmental file that is there. I have some environmental variables that you need to add to the .environmental variable. It's showed on my GitHub site. Once you've done that, you can add it to the server with this URL here. So you just kind of click on this link. You click on this here, and you add it to the server that you want to try with. So I'm going to add it to the trial bot server. Authorize. Once it's added, oh goodness. Once it's added, okay. Once it's added, you'll see the bot on your server. So you can see here. Now there are a few commands that it has. I'm going to show you the first command, which is there's two. You can change the model. So there's a few commands that it has. There's one, show cache, delete cache. Show models and use model. The show models and use model is only available for admins. And in order to get that, you're going to have to modify some code. So the first thing you need to do is you need to git clone my code. So if I go here and I go to my URL, and we're going to clone this the chat bot out of there. So this is the one that's currently running. So I'm going to go to demo. I'm going to delete this Discord chat bot because we're going to create it from scratch. So I'm going to go like this. So you see I have a .environmental file. We're not going to show that because it has my private credentials. But we are going to show you how to add this code. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to clone the repo. And then once you clone the repo, you want to create a virtual environment. I am still in the virtual environment, so I gotta exit out of that. And I'm gonna create a new window. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to create a new virtual environment. I clone my repo. I want to create a new virtual environment. I want to go inside that virtual environment. I want to install the applications that it's mentioned here. After running it, I have to find my authorized ID, as mentioned here, my authorized user ID. You also have to define the two server variables, the bot token and host Ollama in the .environmental file. So I'm not going to show that, but you need to do that as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the user ID. So in order to get the user ID, you have to go to your Discord server. You go to the settings. You look for developer options. You click on advanced. You enable it. Once you've enabled it, you go here. You click on, once it's enabled, you click on this. And you get the user ID. That's how you get the user ID. Now then, after I've done that, I have to go to the code right here and add it here. And once you've done that, everything should be okay. You should be able to run the module. So I'm going to run the module now. Oops, that's not the right one. I'm going to run the module now. Now you can see it's running. And you can see now that I've added the user ID. So let's try this. So now if I go here and I type show models, you'll see all the models that are listed on my current Ollama. You have to run them on the Ollama. You have to pull it on the Ollama server before running on my bot manually. My bot does not download these automatically. I didn't implement that functionality. So now let's see. Let's you can see my previous messages. Now let's try uploading some pictures to it. So I'm going to upload 2 pictures and see what it does. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go upload a picture. And I'm going to go troll. We're going to upload 2 trolls. And we're going to upload that. We're going to say in that chat, describe this picture. And we're going to add him or mention him so he knows that it's for him. So now it's going to take some time. As you're looking, you can see on my server what I'm running. So I'm running a 7735HS with Radiant graphics. My graphics card is a 680M, so it's not very strong. It's got 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty capable of handling OLEMs. You might be able to get away with doing this on a 16 gigabyte of RAM. I'm not sure. But let's see. So right now you're seeing Ollama's doing some processing. It's at 700% CPU. And I'll give it some time. So let's go look at the code that does this thing while we're waiting. So if you look here, you'll see on message where I code from the API. So this is using Nextcode bot. And the on message button will parse every message, and it'll look for if a user has mentioned him. If you've mentioned the bot, it'll then go through this functionality here and add the question to the server with the AStream function that I've implemented on the get agent. So this is looking for a partner. You could possibly put this into another framework using the Llama chain tools and implement it somewhere else as well. But this is the free version. I'm developing a pro version for people who will pay for something like this. But this is the free version, and this version is exploratory. You can modify the code. You can look at it. You can try it out for yourself and see if you get the hang of it and see what it's all about on Ollama. Okay, let's give it some time and see what's going on right now. Still loading the picture. Still thinking. There we go. We got a response. It's doing a response right now. If you look here, we can look at the logs. I have debug logs. I have what its thought patterns and its match patterns. So it's saying here, it's saying it's got a final answer. Oh, I didn't say compare. It actually will compare the models too. I just said describe the pictures. So it says he's a funny looking character. He looks like a green goblin who has a bunch of sharp teeth. And he says he's wearing a little skirt too. So it saw this one. It's talking about this one here. And it's not mentioning this one. So if you say compare the pictures, you'll get a different answer. But let's go back to that. And we'll go to use model. We'll use a different model for now because it makes it faster. I'm going to use the model Gwen3B. As you can see, now it says that it's using Gwen3B. Now I'm going to share some functions with you of it working. So I'm going to ask, first of all, I'm saying, hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Okay, give it some time. There, you see it's a bit faster right away. You see the response coming back. And then he says, hey, I'm doing great, playing Danny's World with my friends, need help, pray for me, Jesus is my strength. So that's the first thing it does. And then the next thing you want to see is, let's see what happens when I say, what is the current date and time? This will have to go out. This is an external function with the LLM. It uses a feature called tools. And the LLM will get the tool from the API and then bring it back to the LLM, and the LLM will tell you what it says. So if I go, what is the current date and time? And make it in Eastern Standard Time, North New York. Let's see what happens. It's not daylight savings time. And let's see what happens here. So this is going to get the current date and time with the function. And LLMs cannot get the date and time on their own because their models do not have that capability. But you can query your prompt to a matter that we'll call a third-party function to get live information that's outside of the model's scope. Give it some time. You can see the processor working. Oh, did I not add? No, I added it. Okay, yeah. Let's give it some time. Let's see here. I think it's still thinking. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's talking right now. Okay. Let's try adding it again. Maybe you didn't see it last. This might have been just something I might have meant. What is the current date and time, and make it Eastern Standard Time, New York, daylight savings time. Okay, there we go. So it's going to use a third-party tool, and it knows it comes back in the UTC. So my function comes back with UTC, and it's going to come back with the UTC code, and it's going to try to translate to ETC. This doesn't work all the time, but we're going to try and see if it does it properly this time. Sometimes it gets off by an hour. So you can see it's thinking there. There, it gave me an answer. Today it's 2:24, so it's got the time wrong by an hour. It says August 10th, 2025, 2:24. It's actually 3:25, but sometimes they get the calculation wrong. Now, if I go my trial bot, what is your current model? This has to go. This does not. This is using tools as well. What is your current model? What is your current LLM model? This will tell you the current model. And LLMs can't usually tell that. So once it calls the tool, for the tool it'll output that. So then it should tell me the cool one. I'm a Gwen 3. Now I'm going to go back to the other model, Gamma 312B. And I'm going to now upload the same pictures, but I'm going to tell it to compare the differences to those pictures, just so you can see the capability of this LLM. Hold a second. Okay, now I'm going to say describe and compare the two pictures. So as you can see, the functionalities of this is very good. Then I'm going to do one last example of what you can do with this after it's done. So some of the functions that you can create your own functions in there and play with it, see what you can do with it. But some of the functions I created with this is get current date and time, Brawl Stars, get the user ID from Discord, summarize message history. So this is stuff that a normal LLM could not do, but it gets the third-party applications. Now what I'm going to do next after this is I'm going to do summarize the channel. But before I do that, I'm going to show the inner workings of the code. So when this gets into the A stream, how I get the action input is I create a system prompt, and then I get those prompts here, and I dynamically parse the information as it's going. So I have the action command, the action input command, the final answer command, and I grab those prompts there. I disregard the thinking portion for the thinking modules, and I make sure that the content, if the content doesn't have anything, any type of prompt or anything, like any type of tag, I will print out the answer regardless, and then it resets the content. So that's kind of what I did. Let's take a look and see if it's responding back yet. Oh, I did not at the bot, so I have to at the bot to get it to see the answer. So I'm gonna have to upload those files again, describe and compare the two pictures, upload file, there we go. Now this should actually describe and compare the two pictures. So let's go back. So the way I'm doing this also is like, this is the complete description. So if you want to add new tools to this bot, the when is the prompt that it's going to be looking for. So for example, on the when, I have convert Discord user ID to user ID as input. When the user asks to rank the Brawl Stars, it takes the country name as input. This is what. So if you're implementing functions, this description is when the bot knows when to answer. So if you say anything about Brawl Stars player, it will do it. If you ask about the summary of the message history, it will do it. So this is kind of the description of the how the bot works for third-party functions. Let's see what's going on here with the as you can see, it's parsing the information. So I modified my prompt like this. So you can see this will list all the tools. This will say the tool names that are available to it. This is kind of the way it kind of works. After I researched how LangChain works, I created my own kind of agent because LangChain doesn't do it by default, and it doesn't do it nicely for the Ollama free modules. It might work with the paid models like the OpenAI models and stuff. I think that people have been using LangChain with that, but I ran into some problems with that, so I created my own LangChain class that overrides it. And I'm going to be doing documents later to try to do documents on a pro version, as well as doing some more input. My pro version can do Discord, can do recursive functions, and also multiple tools at a time. And that's about it. That's about my tutorial. Once this is done, we're gonna end the call, and we'll end not in the call, but end the YouTube video. And that's the summary. I'm gonna do one last. Actually, I'll do one last example of what this thing can do, and after this is done. Okay, so if you look here, it came back with a response back. It says one object is a green goblin with an angry face. He's got a baseball bat. Seems super tough. Looks like he might be a cartoon. The second object is a green goblin, but looks silly and wacky. Both options are so you see, basically, it's sent a reply and described the pictures. The last part of my demo is I'm going to show you summarizing the messages. So I'm going to go my trial bot, summarize the message history in this Discord chat. And it's going to now summarize the history with the tool. It's going to get the messages with the Discord bot and summarize the history with the tool. Probably should have used Gwen. It's going to take a little bit of while to do that. So the way I did this was I added the a tool here like this, and it retrieves the model from the Discord chat channel. Oh, here we go. We got a response back. So this is how I got the message history right here. Still answering back. It's analyzing the content. You can see here. This is a funny. So it's right now. It's saying this message is asking. It's asking to go to the message history. It sent the message history to the bot, and it's analyzing it. The llama is now analyzing it. Give it some time. It takes a little bit longer for this one, but give it some time. It looks like it's still analyzing it. Still analyzing it. Give it some time. Sorry about this. I should fast forward, but I'll leave it there. Give you an idea how long it takes. Shouldn't take that long, like maybe a couple minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, I think. See, I started it. Still, it's got like a bit of lines to analyze. It's got the pictures to analyze and stuff like that. So we'll see what it says. Does a pretty good job. Here we go. Here we can swim back with it. The request to analyze, it seems like a lot has happened. So this is what it's coming back with right now. It's doing observations, so what it observes, like a human. I don't know, like how the LLM kind of knows. It's kind of thinking like a computer, but yeah. Okay. There we go. So the conversation includes 2 green goblins, one sharing relevant versus discussing current models, daytime, and well-being. There's a continuous encouragement to play. So it basically said that the conversation, it's a very brief conversation. It's what I've been asking it, discussing current models and well-being. So basically it described the last 3 minutes, the last 7 minutes of our conversation. All right, thank you everybody, and have a great day. If there's anything else you need to look at or want more information about, let me know. Have a great day. Bye.